G, none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with Edmonds again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Running left, here's Edmonds. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third down, they run with Edmonds. And some space here. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second and 1, Wilson. The quick slant caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Will Dissly, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion comes the tight end left. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Bucs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season. And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too. Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Bears at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence. I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. To throw is Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Here's Wilson. It's caught by Mike Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bears nothing.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. They run with Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He finds his man, complete. It's Palmer. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They run with Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Hines. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Bears 10.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Fair catch. Gain of 25-yard line. The Bears take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Fields on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
To Edmonds on the toss. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch. Gain of 25-yard line. The Bears take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again is Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Hines is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Hines again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Again, Fields. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On 4th down, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. To the air again, Fields. Caught. Touchdown, Bears. John Ross, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical
play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Hines. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robert Tunyon, 27 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing now is Wilson. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now it's Hines, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 2nd and 1
is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw, Fields. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They'll get 34 yards there. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Now Wilson. And that is complete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Oh, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be.
I am harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never